The prophet Abraham, peace be upon him, known as Ibrahim in Islam, is central to all three Abrahamic religions: Islam, Judaism, and Christianity. In Islam, he is revered as one of the greatest prophets, known for his unwavering faith and submission to Allah. He is considered the patriarch of monotheism and a revered prophet who received divine revelation from God. His rejection of idol worship, confrontation with King Nimrod, and willingness to sacrifice his son Ismail are highlighted in the Quran. In Judaism, Abraham is considered the founding patriarch of the Israelites, known for his covenant with God and the binding of his son Isaac. Christians also honor Abraham's faithfulness, viewing him as a model of faith and righteousness. Prophet Abraham's story embodies principles of faith, obedience, and divine covenant, uniting believers across religious traditions and inspiring millions worldwide. Who is Prophet Ibrahim in the Islamic tradition as mentioned in the Holy Quran? Prophet Abraham, also known as Prophet Ibrahim, holds significant reverence in Islamic tradition, with his life extensively detailed in the Holy Quran. He is esteemed as one of the greatest prophets, revered for his steadfast faith, devotion, and submission to Allah. Throughout the Quran, Prophet Abraham's narrative unfolds across various chapters, including Surah Al-An'am, Surah Al-Anbiya, Surah Ash-Shu'ara, and Surah As-Safat. His story depicts him as a righteous servant of Allah who faced numerous trials with unwavering resolve. Key events from Prophet Abraham's life include his rejection of idol worship and advocacy for monotheism despite opposition, his miraculous survival from a fiery pit after a confrontation with King Nimrod, and his migrations alongside his wife Sarah, wife Hajar, and nephew Lot. The story of Prophet Abraham's son, Ismail, and his mother Hajar is particularly poignant in Islamic tradition. Their journey of faith and resilience, including enduring hardships and discovering the Zamzam well in the desolate valley of Mecca, exemplifies unwavering trust in Allah's providence. Prophet Abraham's construction of the Kaaba in Mecca alongside his son Ismail remains a pivotal event in Islamic history, symbolizing the establishment of a central place of worship for Muslims. Prophet Abraham's unwavering faith, patience, and readiness to sacrifice epitomize the core principles of submission to Allah, serving as a timeless example for believers. He is revered as a patriarch of monotheism and honored as one of the greatest prophets in Islam. Prophet Abraham's lineage. In Islamic tradition, it is believed that prophethood existed among different communities and civilizations before Prophet Abraham. According to Islamic teachings, Allah, God, sent prophets to various nations throughout history to guide them towards righteousness and monotheism. These prophets, known as Rusul, messengers, and Nabi, prophets, conveyed the message of God to their respective peoples, calling them to worship Allah alone and to live according to His commandments. Prophet Abraham's father is believed to be Azar, also known as Terah in some interpretations. He is regarded as the patriarch of monotheism and the father of the prophets. His prophethood is followed by a long line of prophets, including Ishmael, Isaac, Jacob, Moses, David, Solomon, Jesus, and finally, the prophet Muhammad, peace be upon them all. This lineage of prophets is believed to have been sent by Allah to various communities throughout history to guide humanity toward righteousness and monotheism. Prophet Abraham's wife Sarah is mentioned in the Holy Quran. The Quran briefly mentions Prophet Abraham's wife Sarah, depicting her pivotal role in key events of their lives. Reassured by angels, she miraculously conceives and gives birth to Isaac despite her old age. Sarah's hospitality to angelic guests underscores her faith in divine providence. Additionally, her prayer for the destruction of the sinful people of Lot is answered by Allah. Although her story is not extensively detailed, Sarah is honored in Islamic tradition for her piety, patience, and unwavering devotion to Allah. In Surah Hud, chapter 11, verses 69 to 71, angels visit Prophet Abraham and deliver the news of the birth of his son Isaac. In Surah Ad-Dariyat, chapter 51, verses 24-28, angels visit Prophet Abraham and Sarah in the guise of guests. In Surah Ad-Dariyat, chapter 51, verses 29-30, Sarah prays for the destruction of the people of Lot, Lut, due to their rampant wickedness and immorality. Prophet Abraham's wife, Hajar, as mentioned in the Holy Quran. The Quran recounts the story of Hajar, primarily known as the mother of Prophet Ismail, son of Prophet Abraham. Hajar's journey involves being left in the barren valley of Mecca with her son Ismail by Prophet Abraham, as part of Allah's plan. Desperately seeking water, Hajar's prayers are answered when the miraculous spring of Zamzam emerges. Years later, Prophet Ibrahim returns to find Hajar and Ismail thriving, and together they construct the Kaaba. Hajar's narrative underscores her unwavering faith and resilience, earning her reverence in Islamic tradition for her pivotal role in the establishment of Mecca's sacred sanctuary. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 158, describes her frantic search between the hills of Safa and Marwa, praying for divine assistance. Surah As-Safat, chapter 37, verses 102 until 7. Years later, Prophet Abraham returns to Mecca, finding Hajar and Ismail flourishing in the desert. Together, they construct the Kaaba, fulfilling Allah's directive to establish a place of worship. Prophet Abraham's first son, Ismail, who God granted prophethood, as mentioned in the Holy Quran. In Islamic tradition, the story of Prophet Ismail emphasizes his role as a righteous prophet and his significance in the lineage of Prophet Abraham. Ishmael is portrayed as the son of Abraham and Hajar, born in response to Abraham's supplication to Allah for progeny. His upbringing in the desolate valley of Mecca, along with his mother Hajar, showcases their unwavering faith and trust in Allah's plan. Ishmael's journey symbolizes resilience and devotion to Allah, culminating in the miraculous discovery of the Zamzam well, which provided sustenance for them. Ishmael's story highlights the importance of faith, perseverance, and reliance on Allah's providence, serving as an inspiration for Muslims. He is revered as a righteous prophet and an ancestor of the Arab people, embodying the enduring legacy of Prophet Ibrahim's family in Islamic tradition. Prophet Abraham's son, Isaac, Ishaq, who God granted prophethood, as mentioned in the Holy Quran. In Islamic tradition, the story of Prophet Isaac, Ishaq, emphasizes his role as a righteous prophet and his significance as one of the sons of Prophet Abraham. Isaac is depicted as the son of Abraham and Sarah, born through divine intervention as a fulfillment of Allah's promise. His birth is seen as a testament to Abraham and Sarah's faith and the miraculous nature of Allah's blessings. Isaac's story highlights his obedience to Allah and his role in continuing the legacy of prophethood within Abraham's lineage. While his narrative is not as extensively detailed as other prophets in the Quran, Isaac is revered as a figure of righteousness and a symbol of divine favor. His story underscores the importance of faith, patience, and trust in Allah's promises, serving as an inspiration for believers in Islamic tradition. Prophet Abraham's nephew, Prophet Lot, as mentioned in the Holy Quran. The story of Prophet Abraham's nephew, Prophet Lot, is recounted in the Holy Quran as a tale of righteousness and moral struggle in the face of societal corruption. Lot is sent by God to the people of Sodom and Gomorrah, urging them to abandon their immoral behavior and return to the path of righteousness. Despite facing rejection and persecution, Lot remains steadfast in his faith and continues to advocate for justice and morality. Eventually, God destroys the sinful cities, sparing only Lot and his family as a reward for their righteousness. Lot's story serves as a reminder of the importance of standing firm in one's beliefs, even in the face of adversity and the consequences of moral depravity. Prophet Abraham in the Holy Quran. The Quranic surahs detailing the life of Prophet Abraham, or Ibrahim in Arabic, underscore his unwavering faith, rejection of idol worship, and devotion to Allah. These chapters highlight his pivotal role in promoting monotheism, his confrontation with idolaters, his miraculous survival from perilous situations, and his exemplary obedience to Allah's commands, notably his willingness to sacrifice his son Ishmael, or Ismail in Arabic. Throughout these narratives, Prophet Abraham emerges as a paragon of faith, righteousness, and submission to the divine will, serving as an enduring model for believers across generations. Verses ayahs from the Holy Quran that mention the Prophet Abraham. Holy Quran. Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter 2, verse 124. And mention, O Muhammad, when Abraham was tried by his Lord with commands and he fulfilled them. Allah said, Indeed, I will make you a leader for the people. Abraham said, and of my descendants? Allah said, my covenant does not include the wrongdoers. Verse 135, and they say, be Jews or Christians, then you will be guided. Say, O Muhammad, rather we follow the religion of Abraham, inclining toward truth, and he was not of the polytheists. Verse 258, have you not considered the one who argued with Abraham about his Lord, merely because Allah had given him kingship? When Abraham said, my Lord is the one who gives life and causes death, he said, I give life and cause death. Abraham said, indeed, Allah brings up the sun from the east, so bring it up from the west. So the disbeliever was overwhelmed by astonishment, and Allah does not guide the wrongdoing people. Surah Al-An'am, chapter 6, verse 74. And mention, O Muhammad, when Abraham said to his father Azar, do you take idols as deities? Indeed, I see you and your people to be in manifest error. Surah Al-Anbiya, chapter 21, verse 51-70. These verses recount Prophet Abraham's debate with his people about idol worship, his confrontation with King Nimrod, and his miraculous survival from a fiery pit. Surah Ash-Shu'ara, chapter 26, verse 69-82. These verses narrate Prophet Abraham's conversation with his father and his people, his migration to different lands, and his realization of the futility of idol worship. Surah As-Safat, chapter 37, verse 99-111. These verses discuss Prophet Abraham's willingness to sacrifice his son Ismail in obedience to Allah's command, and the substitution of Ismail with a ram as a sign of Allah's mercy. These are just a few examples of the verses in the Quran that mention Prophet Abraham that highlight his steadfastness in faith, his distinction as a leader chosen by Allah, the one God, and his confrontation with those who oppose monotheism. They underscore his pivotal role as a model of faith and guidance for believers. His story is scattered throughout various chapters, emphasizing his role as a prominent prophet and exemplar of faith in Islam. Here are 10 quotes, principles, reflections, or teachings associated with Prophet Abraham, peace be upon him. While there are no direct quotes attributed to Prophet Abraham in the Quran, Torah, or Bible that are universally accepted across all three Abrahamic religions, these examples offer wisdom associated with him. It's important to note that while these sayings are widely revered by followers of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, the authenticity of each may vary, as with any historical record. However, teachings and principles associated with the Prophet Abraham are respected across the Abrahamic faiths. Here are 10 quotes or principles reflecting his teachings, revered across these religions. Submit to the will of God. This principle emphasizes the importance of obedience to God's commands, which is central to the teachings of all three Abrahamic religions. By faith, not by sight. This principle underscores the significance of faith and trust in God's guidance, even in times of uncertainty, is a value exemplified by Prophet Abraham's journey. Hospitality towards strangers. Prophet Abraham's welcoming of guests, as depicted in various religious texts, symbolizes the importance of kindness and generosity towards others. Seek peace and pursue it. This teaching emphasizes the importance of promoting peace and harmony, a value upheld in all three Abrahamic faiths. Trust in God's promises. Prophet Abraham's unwavering trust in God's promises, such as the covenant of numerous descendants, serve as a model of faith for believers. Seek forgiveness for others. Prophet Abraham's intercession on behalf of the people of Lot demonstrates compassion and a desire for mercy, qualities valued in all three religions. Practice gratitude. Prophet Abraham's gratitude toward God, as seen in various accounts of his life, underscores the importance of acknowledging and appreciating God's blessings. Be righteous and upright. This principle emphasizes the importance of moral integrity and righteousness, qualities attributed to Prophet Abraham in religious texts. Embrace humility. Prophet Abraham's humility before God, as seen in his supplications and prayers, serve as a reminder of the importance of humility in spiritual life. Strive for unity among believers. Prophet Abraham's role as a unifying figure in the Abrahamic faiths underscores the importance of fostering unity and brotherhood among believers, regardless of religious differences. In conclusion, the story of Prophet Abraham is one of unwavering faith, obedience to God, and dedication to monotheism. Across the Abrahamic religions of Islam, Judaism, and Christianity, Prophet Abraham is revered as a paragon of righteousness and a model of submission to the divine will. His journey, trials, and teachings serve as timeless lessons of faith, compassion, and devotion, inspiring believers of all backgrounds to emulate his virtues and seek closeness to the Creator. Through his enduring legacy, Prophet Abraham continues to unite believers across the diverse tapestry of the Abrahamic faiths, fostering a shared reverence for the principles of monotheism and the pursuit of righteousness. Thank you for watching.